Okay, so I had this really cool idea of looking up all of our names and blah, blah, blah. And the internet went, here's this. Watch.
This is United A-Holes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
Welcome back to Area 41. William Shakespeare's favorite spot on the internet.
Wait,
William
Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, yeah.
That's what I called him.
You call him
High school.
Shakespeare?
It's great. Will the Shakespeare spear.
Shakespeare's. Come on, Halden. You all right, buddy?
Jesus.
You've incurred nerd rage over there. You're doing good already. This is the way we need to start every episode. Talking about mandolins.
He just talking. It's my superpower, really. I open my mouth and words come out.
I wonder if there's some reference to midichlorians in the early William Shakespeare writings. Because he referenced a lot of things in the future that didn't exist in his time. So, Brent, you got a game for us, bud?
Bunch of fucking assholes. I'm figuring the next biggest asshole contest we get, he's winning.
He's doing really well.
He is. I'm going to recruit some people. So my idea originally was
Balance of powers on the side of the room.
was to look up all of our names and not tell the name and do some sort of a thing. You broke Ken again. Jesus Christ.
He needed it. He needed to have a release.
True.
Apparently me.
Please don't use the word release.
Not around Ken.
Bad case of the comes. So
anyway, I had a
Brent's
plan. It was going to be sort of a game type of thing where it was like, okay, here's the description of this particular name and then this name and this name. And who do you think is who? And I thought we can go somewhere with this. There'll be some smart ass comments and we can make an episode out of this. And we certainly could have. And then I went to a website I went to baby names. I actually went to babynamewizard.com and I started looking. And I found some stuff and I was like, I don't know, I need some more content than that. This is kind of boring. I need something that's a little bit more interesting. I need something that people aren't going to automatically see through and go, well, I know whose name that is. I need to make it a challenge. Babynamewizard.com has a troll. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they're from. But I'm going to go deeper onto that website than what I have here for you tonight.
I don't know if I can see the camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting you out. I'm just.
Ow! Fuck! He released.
Now that that's over with.
I'm going to have a fun edit with this one.
I'm sure you are. I was going to let you go away with it like I'm just going to do a clean edit. So anyway, I went looking.
Brent, thanks for the clean edit.
In case you missed it, Randy screwed something up and had to check.
Tell us about the troll baby.
That's when he got into the whole thing was troll baby.
God damn, I hate you people so much. Oh my fuck. Oh. So I went digging. These two are not okay. They're fucking losing their shit. I can't explain shit with them in this fucking frame of mind. Oh my God. And it's not going to get any better. I am going to tell you that. So there's a section when you go to a name that gives you the origins and where it's from, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a section where it says personal experiences with this name.
I can see where this would go wrong.
Oh. Okay. I can't say too much more. I will still sort of go with the same premise. Okay. So here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to read one off. Ken's going to laugh really hard until his face turns red, apparently. And all I want you guys to tell me is if you think that this is one of the a-holes' names, here or away. Or away. Okay. So this name usually belongs to a person who is stubborn, impatient, and confident. At first, they seem cold and closed off, but once you get to know them, once you get them out of their shells, you'll see that they are one of the most special people you'll ever meet. Their favorite place to eat is Olive Garden. Likely to be a ginger and into musical theater. He's all right, I guess.
And okay, is that made up or it could be somebody?
No. Everything I'm going to read
It's from the site.
is from babynamewizard.com, written by some anonymous person. Because the way it's set up, I watched arguments happen where it was just, I hate this name because of this. That's a terrible thing to say. Why would you say that? Because of blah, blah, blah. And it's completely random comments on the internet there's no sign, there's nobody saying anything about, and it's all, you kind of have to fit some of it together because it's just line after line after line. There's no breaks, there's no paragraphs. It's just one line after another. So somebody could be
commenting on a line that
somebody
was said
could be commenting
10
on a
times.
name, on how they went to school with somebody whose name was Bob and he was a terrible person and he locked me in my, you'll see this long, and then somebody would go, well, my brother's name is Bob, and he's a very nice person. I don't know why you'd say that. And I'm looking at it going,
because he doesn't
are
fucking
these
know Bob.
actual people on the internet, or is this one person having an argument with himself? I really hope it's one person having an argument with himself. I really, really, really do.
I'm going to narrow that one down to it's either myself or Josh.
Okay. Is this an a-hole? He says it's himself or Josh. What do you say?
It's an a-hole.
Okay.
I think it's an a-hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all think it's an a-hole.
Yeah.
Okay, that name is Oliver.
Oh, shit.
Oliver?
The favorite
Oliver
place to eat is Olive Garden.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just going to read this one off. I can't do this in game context. While I was looking up other names to throw in, I looked up Luke.
Okay, yeah.
This came up. Nicknames for Luke. Luke-a-doo, Lukey Doodle, Super Luke, Luck, Lucky, Lukey, Lukey Bear, Lukewarm, Lucas, Lou, Frank, Breadstick.
Frank and Brent.
What the fuck?
From now on, there's a certain person we work with who will never be known. Forever be known as Breadstick.
Breadstick.
Yes. You can tell him that's my fault.
Did you say Breadstick or
Breadstick.
Oh, I thought
You're not seeing Breadstick.
Breadstick's a whole other thing.
Okay, so
Stick and Luke.
this is all I have for this name. Rock, stone, and the origin is Scandinavian. Is it an a-hole?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Yes. That's actually Halden. I could not find shit for Halden on the internet.
And you
I found that and went, oh my God, it actually has 2 words. I'm going to go with that. And it's Scandinavian. That's why I figured you knew right away what it was. Yeah, it literally just says, what does Halden mean? And that's all that was written. And then there was nothing. I couldn't even find anything with references from anybody.
No.
Meaning half Danish?
All right.
Because there's like 5 of us on the fucking planet.
He eats a fucking
Yeah, there you go. Derived from a surname and place name based on the Old English words for high place, steep hill, or burnt. I've got more if you guys
It's you.
want
Sure.
more. Do you think it's me?
Yeah, it's you.
Sure.
Sure.
What the fuck are you basing it on?
Brent.
Burnt.
Yeah, you're right.
Burnt.
I'd actually never heard the burnt part. I'd always heard steep hill. It's an Old English borean, to burn. It was originally used as a nickname for a criminal who had been branded for his crimes. Dweller of the burnt land.
Otherwise known as a Brent.
And this was written, Brent is short and cool enough to work sufficiently. No nicknames needed.
There's a tagline for you right there. No nicknames needed.
No,
Yeah, exactly. There you go. What else have I got here? Okay. No, I can't use that one because you guys will immediately know. Never mind. I'll go back to that one later on.
Will we have time?
I once knew, well, if we don't, it's fine. It's not, I'm getting to there's a really good one. Oh my God, it's amazing. I once knew someone by this name, a sweet little chap, but we just called him El Chapo. El Chapo was nice, but he was a prisoner. Have fun in the 7th layer of prison, El Chapo. Is that one? Oh, it's getting weirder. Is that one of the a-holes?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
No.
Sure.
Okay, so it's a 50-50 split. That was written underneath personal experiences with the name Josh.
That's
El
who I was
El
thinking.
Chapo. Okay, comments and insights on this one. Do you know that this means horny? If your last name were Toad, would you be Horny Toad? That black thing keeps coming on the screen trying to kick me off.
That's me.
I was going to say that's going to be Randy because
That's a pretty easy one to tell. Yeah, it is Randy. And that was written, like I said, this is not me creating shit. That last line, that black thing keeps coming on the screen trying to kick me off, was below, if your last name was Toad, would you be Horny Toad? It was at that point, actually it was earlier on, but it was at that point when I got to your name, I went, who the fuck is this guy? Because it's the same fucking weird sense of humor. People with this name are smart and sexy and got big dicks. Is that an
Clearly.
it's none of the assholes.
I'll give it to Ryan.
Yeah.
That's Ryan.
No, nobody.
It's Gary.
Oh.
Ah. That's a world's best fucking secret.
All right. My son is 11 and his name is, I'm not going to give the name. I love this name and I love my son. It suits him perfectly. He's very handsome. He is also very athletic, which I think the name implies. I have always told my husband that this name sounds like a hunk name since we were back in high school, and that our son would be a hunk if we gave him this name. It just sounds very masculine to me. And I did not want to give our son a weak-sounding name. I wanted him to be sure of himself. I think names like Aiden and Preston sound too uppity and weak. I love my son's name. Is that an a-hole?
I think that's Ken.
I'll go yeah.
Yeah. Let's go, yes.
You guys nailed it. That's Ken. It ends with, we call him Ken or Kenny, sometimes K, when he was little and his siblings had trouble pronouncing it. How do you have trouble pronouncing Ken? It's one goddamn syllable.
Could no.
Okay.
Some handsome son of a bitch.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go down to this. No, I'm going to go here. Okay. I got 2 left. Let me see. All right, we're going to have to skip the game part of this one. I went looking for the name Jack because that's one of my middle names. It was also my grandfather's name. This was written in the comments area. My dad is called Jack. He is my dad. He hints at a lot of things, but I think he is a trap. This was a long, hard process to come to grips with this due to the turnip breath. But I realize now that if my da is a trap, I too shall be a trap. This is my new goal in life now. I shall be the best trap in the world. For this process, I am studying at the best university, Highlands and Islands and Islands and Irelands. They have the best teachers on how to be trap. The course in trapology is the best. The highlight of the education they offer is a teacher that won, the trap show on Netflix, Drag Paul Race or something. Pretty solid show, by the way. 9 out of 10. Not enough traps in it for me, but okay, I digress. My da is a trap, and I shall be the best there ever was. Cue Pokemon theme tune. Over and out.
Okay. You just gave me enough information that I know where all the trolling's coming from on this website. That site was brigaded by 4chan/B on some Friday or Saturday night. A bunch of friggin' anons were sitting around and went, it would be really fun. Let's go pick a site that has an open comment section that doesn't have anything. Let's just lambaste it. And that is it's legit 4chan speak.
first one I found. And again, I'm just going to tell you what name it is. This is for Ryan.
I was first again.
He is. No. That went through my mind. He wins. He fucking wins this game just because of this comment section that is on. Yeah. Totally. Two Ryan winners in the room. Deep breath. Here we go. I remember my friend Ryan from college in the 1970s. He had a very peculiar story, in brackets, written in first person. I was born into a family of non-yeeters. Every morning before I went to school, my father would say, "If I ever find out you've been hitting the yeet, I'll thump you." "Yes, Pa," I would always reply. It was a regular occurrence for him to burst into my room unannounced while I was relaxed and doing homework. "Y'all hitting that yeet?" he would seethe. "No, Pa," I would answer. "Good." He would then walk out of the room and shout, "If I ever catch you, it's a thumping." It was a difficult upbringing. I had seen my friends hitting the yeet at school, and many of them encouraged me to partake. I would swallow my pride. No thanks. I don't want to catch a thumping from Pa. As a result, I was an outcast, a loner. I became depressed, knowing that I would never be like my peers. I would never fit in. I would never hit that yeet. One day, while I was still but a wee lad, I became curious. I was in my room watching Instagram videos of fellas my age hitting that yeet all over town without a care in the world. My intentions got the better of me. I stood up, my knees trembling. Carefully, I leaned into my right foot, raised my hand in the air, and breathed in, "Yeet!" My father burst from my closet, told me, "I'd thump you if I ever caught you hitting that yeet, nibba." He ejaculated, then he thumped me. I haven't hit the yeet since. Until today. This morning was my father's funeral. At the procession, my brother asked me to say a few words. I told him I only needed one. With confidence, I approached the podium. I gazed out upon the gathering of sad faces. I cleared my throat and leaned into the microphone. "Yeet," I spake. Suddenly, my father leapt from his handcrafted mahogany coffin, the gunshot wound still in his chest. He sprinted up to the podium with the energy of a man without a gunshot wound in his chest. "Y'all hitting that dirty fucking yeet at my funeral!" he ejaculated. He raised his hand and thumped me. "Not so fast, Pa!" I grabbed his hand. "You ain't thumping me no more." My father looked at me with eyes as open as the gunshot wound in his chest. A tear fell from his right eye, which also had a monocle. "The student becomes the teacher," he said. "The student becomes the yeacher," I corrected him. Ryan can also be referred to being very, very stinky. Teacher in PE suddenly screeched from top of his lungs, "It smells like a farmer's field!" After said person shit himself, Ryan was very uncomfortable.
Fuck. I think I've ejaculated.
Oh, no.